Hi everybody, it's Lisa from SuttonsDaze, and today is September 4th. September is National Preparedness Month, and every day this month we are going to bring you information or tips and tricks regarding being better prepared. Today the topic is going to be pets, and we have a few little items to cross off here. You might hear the dogs in the background because they're being goofy right now because the camera's going. So to start off with, in an emergency situation, if you have to evacuate, take your pets. I really hope I'm not telling you something that you don't already know, but if you have to evacuate, take your pets, okay? Don't leave them. They're just as terrified and scared as you are, if not more, because they have no control over anything. If there's floodwaters or fires or anything like that, and you have outdoor pets, remember, try to bring them in, especially dogs, cats. Try to find a way to bring them in, because when something like that is going on, the wildlife in the area is displaced, and it might be life or death, situation with your pets out there. Okay, so one of the things to do ahead of time is to look for pet-friendly areas in outlying areas where you might evacuate to. Okay, now if you're in an area that typically floods, hurricanes, fires, anything like that, and you've ever had to evacuate, or you know of people that have lived there longer than you that have had to evacuate, ask them where they normally go. What areas, what directions do they normally go? Okay, and then start looking in those areas for pet-friendly facilities that you can bring your pets to. So a lot of places, a lot of like shelters, won't let you bring your pets. So it's up to you to make sure that wherever you land, your pets are allowed. Another tip is to make sure that they're current on their vaccinations, medications, flea and tick, huge importance, and heartworm, very important, okay? Especially if they're going to be commingling with other animals during this situation, because not everybody takes care of their pets the same way, okay? So you want to protect your pet as best you can, make sure that that's all up to date. And some places won't let you in unless you have that information. So make sure not only to get it, but to keep the information that it was done, okay? Put that in your document go binder, okay? Food. Don't overthink food too much, okay? If you're just stocking your pantry and you want to make sure that you have enough for you and the animals for 3 months, then buy extra food for 3 months, okay? Dogs. And make sure that you rotate it through, very important. A lot of dog food and cat food has some kind of fat in there, so it does go rancid after, I think it's got like a 6-month shelf life, but that's something that you want to pay attention to and you want to look into as far as your pets go. If your pets are, if they get canned food, then you want to stockpile that if you're going to keep it in the pantry. But if it's something that you have to evacuate with, you want to stick with the dry stuff. You really do, because having to carry extra stuff with those heavy cans can be a little bit cumbersome. The animals will adjust. It'll be fine. In a worst case scenario, they can eat what you do. Okay, so the next one obviously is water. We talked about that the other day. You want to make sure that you've got water for your animals just like you've got water for you and your family. They are part of the family, okay? Now dogs, even though I said that I would have a gallon of water a day for, each dog, typically a dog won't drink that much unless it's really hot or a really big dog. So you can adjust, your numbers where that's concerned, but it's always safe just to have a gallon of water per animal. Indoor cats. If you have indoor cats like we do, okay, and you have to evacuate, you have to go someplace else, you're going to need a litter box, a scoop, and some bags. They're not going to provide you with those things, and those are going to be absolutely necessary because the cats are not used to going outside. The next one is up-to-date photos. Have you seen my Instagram account? Okay. If for any reason you are separated from your pets, having up-to-date photos is helpful. You can get them to the shelters, you can show them at the shelters, you can pass them around the internet, and hopefully you can be reunited with your pets. Yeah, not part of my notes, but on that note, if you have dogs that are trained to be off leash, put a leash on them. If you have cats, put a leash on them. If they don't want to walk with it, take them for a drag. Pick them up. Do whatever you got to do. Make sure they're leashed. okay? Because that unleashed in a chaotic situation is one of the first and best ways to lose your beloved animals, okay? Accidents happen. Okay, it's kind of like working with kids. Accidents happen. So you want to make sure that you've got some paper towels or newspaper or something to be able to clean up some accidents should they happen, okay? And last but not least, and probably one of the more important ones, is ID. You want to make sure that they've got some kind of identification on them. Now, this has its pros and its cons depending on who you talk to, okay? But as, you know, day-to-day life, if your dog gets out and it's got tags and it's a friendly dog, somebody will look at the tag and go, oh, look at it, belongs over on, you know, Main Street. Okay, great. Now, if something catastrophic happens and somebody finds your dog and it's, oh, look it, they're over on Main Street, that means the house is empty. Take that part with a grain of salt, okay? I think it's more important at this stage, at this time, to consider the fact that you just want to be reunited with your pet that should be on leash with you wherever you are, that should have evacuated when you did or was indoors when everything went down, okay? I can tell you that the storms that we've had roll through here, I have discovered after 2 years that I have dogs that are terribly afraid of very severe thunderstorms. So I can only imagine what it would be like for them if anything major happened and they couldn't see us, they couldn't find us, they were stuck outside. To me, it's unforgivable to let them go through that kind of stress, okay? That's our job. As pet owners, as people who have brought these innocent lives into our homes, it is our responsibility to make sure that they are taken care of. And I hope that you agree with me on that point. So that's today's chat regarding pets, different things that you can do to be more prepared and to make sure that your pets, thank you, are safe. Remember, if you like what we do here, please hit that like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. And remember to check out the links down below. I look forward to hearing your comments and conversation regarding this topic. Until next time, be safe.